Okay. So a few people have been asking, is the Ruroc Atlas any good? So I do have an unboxing video. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this, but probably in a few hours, maybe tomorrow morning. So a little bit of history. I've been riding about 14 years now. I've owned Shoeies, I've owned AGVs, I've got a Nitro, I've got an Aero, I've got a Mars, I've got a Cyborg. So let's kick this off with the good. Let's go with the good. Right, so it looks fantastic, yeah? I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all agree the Ruroc Atlas, well actually all helmets from Ruroc, in my opinion, looks great. I think they look fantastic. Now I have dentures, right? So false teeth. Now something I found is I've got my daily rider was a Aero helmet, right? So excellent safety rating, looks amazing. It's like a gunmetal black with a neon yellow, looks fucking awesome. But once I got my dentures, it started riding me on the like there's a lot of pressure on your top lip, and that really started hurting. So I was looking for something different, and a friend of mine's got an Atlas, and he was like, oh man, just have a feel on my lid, feel how comfortable it is. So I gave it a crack and instantly loved it, man. It sits so nice in your face. So yeah, this doesn't hurt my face at all where my dentures are. It sits really good on the face. The field of view from the angle to angle is just awesome. Like the frame is really open, whereas I found with my AGV K3, I found that there's like your view is fairly limited. So, well, not limited, but you've got a smaller field of view, if you will. With this, it's very high and wide, which is awesome. I love it. It's really, really nice. Now, something else that I do like about it is some people say they're noisy. I don't think they're too noisy. Like my bike is pretty noisy, I'll admit, but I don't think it's overly noisy. Something to really keep in mind though is if you've got $1,000 helmet, you know, some of those big brands have been around for many years, whereas Ruroc is still growing. You know, they're definitely still growing. If you look at the improvements they've made from the Atlas 1.0 to the 2.0, this is a huge improvement. So I can just imagine what's to come. This guy literally just cut me off, dickhead. So what I feel they need to improve on is materials used, quality materials used. So where that comes into play for me, give it a little some. So where that came into play for me is I'm using a Senna, as you can see. The Senna works awesome. It fits fairly well. It's very easy to install, takes like 5 minutes to do. All my mates use Sennas, so that's why I went with a Senna, as the Shockwave doesn't support intercom systems with Sennas yet. There's big things to come apparently, but we'll see about that. But yeah, the Senna sits very well. The speaker pockets is very deep, which is awesome. That is a very nice feature, because I do have upgraded speakers in my Senna. So they're a little bigger and a little wider. That makes a world of a difference in this helmet. So ergonomics, awesome. Like I've had this on, let's say, a private track, well over 220, and like that just scared the shit out of me. And yeah, it felt fine. It wasn't shaky or anything, whereas I've got a Nitro which is very shaky if you start going pretty quick. That was quite annoying and somewhat alarming, if you will. It's light. This helmet is super light. It breathes heaps. It breathes so well. Like the airflow is just fantastic. There's so much wind coming in through it. Like normally I would sweat like heaps, man. I would sweat so much in a normal helmet, whereas I found with this, it's really comfortable. Obviously you sweat in the heat if it's like a 40-degree day, that's Celsius, but not nearly as much as in this. But I don't find that they sacrifice noise. Like it's not as noisy as the other helmets, and I think the people that say it's too noisy just need to get used to it. They probably never had a helmet that really ventilated like this. Now for the bad. Two key points for me, in my opinion. One, I don't think the interior panels is of greater quality material as it could have been. It's built very well, but I feel like the cheek pads, the materials are quite cheap. But it's well built, but it's quite annoying. I do wear glasses, so every time I look over, it like moves my glasses up or down, and that's quite annoying. Like I can't see why they made this bill here. It's stupid. So that's it for the bad, for me anyway. I think it's a very nice helmet. It's priced very well. If you look at the market, what else you get that looks good, has a pretty good safety rating. The fitlock here at the bottom, amazing. Like we've all done it before. If you've been riding a while, you get on the bike, pop your gloves on, and then you go, oh shit, I never tied down my helmet. Now with the fitlock, you don't need to worry about that, because you can just do it with the gloves on. You know, it's not a finicky thing where you need dexterity on your fingers. It's awesome. Taking it off, awesome. I found with some helmets that if I put them on, it's like my one ear tends to fold in half for some reason. I don't really have very big ears, I think. But yeah, you just slip your finger and pull it out, but it's a hassle. With this, it just slides right on, no problems at all, which is awesome. And I mean, just look at that, the helmet looks awesome. So mine is the Ranger. So I've got the Atlas 2.0 Ranger. I like the sort of clean look, really like it. I've got nothing bad to say about this helmet, honestly, apart from I would like to see better materials used, but it's early days for Ruroc. I think they've got good things to come. Yeah, kudos to them, definitely. The packaging it came in is top notch, like top shelf packaging. I cannot commend them even more. I'm in Australia and shipping only took 2 weeks, which is awesome. That's very good. It's quicker than they said, and that was in the when COVID was like at its peak, you know, so that obviously affected shipping time, and it still only took 2 weeks, which is very good. I can really commend them on shipping time. Communication was excellent with them. When I inquired about the shockwave, it's very good. I cannot talk this helmet up enough, you know. And just so you know, I am not sponsored by Ruroc at all. I've got no sponsors. This is me just reviewing some shit. It's always nice to have like a dead set, honest, non-biased review over something before you buy it, you know. But if you guys would like to see like reviews on gloves, jackets, eBay versus like a name brand or top shelf brand or whatever you want to name it, I'm happy to do that. Or like riding boots and shoes and pads, communication systems, I'm happy to fucking help you guys out with some reviews on that, and we'll go from there. I'm happy to test out stuff, tell you what I think. This is just my opinion anyway. But I have found there's quite a few videos where people they talk about the helmet, but they talk about finicky stuff, like they scratch easily. Man, there's no such thing as a matte colored something that doesn't scratch easily. It's one of the sacrifices about matte. This mine, to be quite fair, mine actually hasn't scratched at all yet, and I am not the kindest when it comes to chucking it down, because I daily drive it. Goes to work with me every day, so it gets put on my locker, on my desk, or wherever, so it gets bumped around a fair bit. But yeah, I can't talk this helmet up enough. I think it's very good. I can't wait for the new line. I will be first in line for the next helmets coming out. And just to show you with my glasses how it sits very well. But here's the one issue that I do have with this bill, or whatever you want to call this, is when you're on and you turn your head to check your blind spot, look what happens to my glasses. You see what I mean? That is very annoying. So I wish they would change that in the next design. I have spoken to Ruroc about it, and they said we should keep an eye on the next line coming up, and so we shall. So join the Ruroc gang. I hope to see you on the roads, and many safe travels.